Hey guys, I wanted to do a little video update this week for my blog. I've been doing the written updates and I just thought I'd do something a little different, and I can talk a lot faster than I can type. So this week was mile 18 week, and I didn't quite make it to 18. I was kind of bummed about that, but this week it was, the weather was a little factor, and I guess I need to figure out my eating too for before a run. Lexa did the first 9 miles with me again. Well, actually, I think it was like 7 or something because she had time constraints and we started a lot later than most mornings. So that was really awesome though. We went from Frontier Park in Erie up to Barron on the Bayfront Trail, and she stopped at Capers, and that's a pretty big elevation change. I think it's like, well, not huge. I mean, when you compare it to like Oil Creek Park or something, but it was like probably 500 to 600 feet in elevation change, and our pace was pretty good on the way up. We were in the 12-minute mile the whole time, like probably 12:20 to 12:40, and that was pretty cool. I was really proud of myself for that, and I give her so much credit because she just drags me up that hill. She does most of the talking, and when I talk, we slow down. So the rule for me is when we're going up a hill, no talking for Tracy. But then I went to Barron and used the porta potty, which is my favorite stop there. And I should have gone all the way to the parking lot, and I didn't. I didn't check my mileage at that time on my app, and I thought I was fine, so I turned around and headed back down towards Frontier. And I realized later that's where my mistake was. My friend Stephanie, who is, we went to high school together, and she lives in Erie also. She was gracious enough to meet me, I think it was around mile 14 or 15. She actually ran up almost like 6 blocks to meet me, and then we went on our way. And that's the area where my friend Janet met me a couple times ago when we did that same route. And I hope these girls understand how much it meant to me to have them meet me. Like, I can't give a good accurate time of what time I'm gonna be at that area. It's just kind of a window, you know. So I texted her a 30-minute warning so she could get dressed or whatever and get down there. And it's just so awesome. Like, I'm just so lucky that I have so many different friends who are willing to help me out with this marathon training, because it's so mental. And by the time someone meets me for that last leg, I'm on my last leg. And so I rely on them for conversation. They might not even say, "Come on, you got this." Like, they don't need to. I keep pushing because I know that they didn't come out to walk. So I felt really bad the week that I had Janet come out and I needed to walk a little because that was my first time doing such a big distance. And this time, like, I even told Stephanie, I said, when we get to that point up there, I think I'm going to need to walk from there to there. And then when we got to that point, we didn't stop and walk. We kept jogging. And a minute later, I said, "Notice we're still running?" And she said, "Yeah, I noticed." I said, "Well, I know you didn't come out to walk, so I'm going to keep pushing." And she's like, "Hey, whatever you need to do, it's up, it's up to you. I'll do whatever." And so we kept jogging. And it was only when we had maybe half a mile left that I said, I probably should walk so I cool down properly, because I never really cool down properly. I'm getting better at it though. So the run was decent. The weather was tricky, like I mentioned. It was overcast in the morning. I had to sing at church, which is why we didn't start really early. And on the way to church, it was so cloudy, and it was just actually perfect running weather because it was cloudy, but I didn't think it was going to rain. And then maybe it's because I was praising God at church that the sun came out, and it was beautiful. But it made it a little tricky. I'm not criticizing God for the weather, but I'm just saying it made it a little tricky for knowing what to wear, and I ended up removing a top layer and putting it back on about 2 or 3 times, so that was rough. But I got the run in. It was 16.8 miles, and that's a lot of time on my feet, so I'm okay with it not being 18. When I realized I wasn't going to hit 18 and it was, at the end when I looked down at my phone and I realized it was only 16.8, you don't want to add that last mile when you can see your car and you are so tired. So, I probably could have gone the long way around and added that mile, but I'm just going to trust that I, did okay. I want to show you guys something really fun. If you're my Facebook friend, you will have already seen this, but I don't know if you've heard of the website onemoremile.net, and I don't know if this will show up. It'll show up backwards, won't it? No, it won't. There it is. Onemoremile.net, and it's a small company in Georgia, and I just ordered my stuff. This is my race stuff, my marathon stuff. I got this shirt. I love running, just not while I'm doing it, which is pretty much my motto. But then I got these really cool sleeves. So I just don't do well with long sleeves because I get too hot. So these you can put on and then, roll them down and take them off when you get too warm. I'll either take them off and tuck them in my pants, or I'll just roll them down and wear them on my wrist. But I'm really excited to try those on my next long run. I have learned not to try them on race day, but I'll try them on my next long run and see how it all goes and see if I can, make sure nothing's rubbing in the wrong spot or chafing or digging in or anything like that. So my next run will be next Saturday. It's a 14-miler, so if anyone wants to jump in with me, I think I'm just going to go to Presque Isle and just do a lap and then add a quick mile. So that'll be nice and easy. And logistics-wise, since it's not such a wide strip of land, people could park and just run across and meet me or whatever. So I appreciate everyone who's been following my journey, and every time I run, I feel like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can finish this. But with everyone pushing me and encouraging me and joining me, especially out on the road, it really pumps me up, and I appreciate it a lot. So check back next week for my 14-mile update. We're going to go back in mileage a little bit, and then October 5th is the big 20-miler. So I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.